So welcome back to Hollywood Realty, and today we have a special episode and a very special guest to share his experience about moving here with his family and also go through the process of finding a home and maybe get some tips for people that are coming out for the first time. So please everybody, welcome Mr. Chad Cobb. How are you?
Good, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And of course our co-host Andrew Jung.
How you doing?
So I guess just to start off, just give a brief introduction of who you are.
Okay. My name's Chad Cobb. I work for the Department of the Army. I've been with them for 30 years. I'm a veteran, spent 8 years in the Navy. I have two daughters, 28 and 24. They live here in Seoul, been here for about 4 years. My oldest daughter is a teacher at a private academy, English teaching academy. My youngest daughter is going to university here doing her bachelor's. We spent 20 years in the Middle East. They grew up with K-pop and they loved the Korean culture. So when my oldest daughter graduated, she said she wanted to take a year off and come to Korea, and she never left.
What do you think? What do you think about Korean K-pop?
Love it. I'm into BTS. We were in Seoul. BTS just dropped their new stuff, and we happened to be in Seoul. And I'm doing BTS moves and everything. I love it. I love it. It's amazing because I grew up with it with my children when they were young and stuff. So they had posters all over the wall. So I love it.
Have you had a chance to listen to old Korean music?
Not the old Korean music, but one thing that is crazy, the bands and the K-pop stuff that like BTS and stuff, my daughters don't like them anymore. Like BTS came out and they're like, no, we don't like them. We like the kind of, not so popular K-pop groups. Now, so I haven't been able to listen to any of that. I'm still a BTS fan.
Did you go to the concert?
I did, and we were in Seoul, and there was 1 million people there.
Yeah.
So we were like, there's no way we're going to be able to get there. But I wanted to go so bad. We had it on YouTube because it was live on YouTube. Yeah. So we had it on YouTube watching it.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that was better. Yeah.
I guess in terms of coming out, how long have you been here now?
I got here 1st of March. In the March time frame, yeah. So
but that wasn't the first time coming to Korea, right?
It's not. No, I've been here. My first time we came to visit my daughters back in. We stayed Christmas and New Year's. So we stayed for 30 days. Lived in Seoul with my oldest daughter, and that was a challenge. 30 days living in a smaller apartment, but we ended up loving it. I never knew what a shower box was. I didn't know I could put shower everywhere, go crazy, and my daughter's like, yep. I found out what that was, but that was our first time here. We stayed a month and just fell in love with Korea.
Was it the shower over the sink type?
It was. Yeah, it was. It's the shower with the sink. You got your mirror here and you got your toilet here. So there's no, you finish showering and it's just like, a pool everywhere.
I know when I first came out here, I went to the bathroom. I was like, well, what am I supposed to do here?
I know, it's crazy.
And the crazy thing is the only thing that we really needed in the States is just a drain.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, make everything drain right there and you're good to go. Yeah. So that was interesting.
I guess in terms of coming out to Korea, obviously it was a little bit more easier for you because you've been here, you have kids that are out here, so you kind of knew what you're jumping into. I guess what are some tips that you can give to people maybe to find out some information about where they're going to be living or just in Korea in general, right?
I searched, I'm an IT guy, so it's easy for me. But nowadays everybody's IT people. So I would just go search your area that you're coming from. And that's how I found you guys. When I searched, I put in Camp Humphreys, I put in Pyeongtaek. I need to find a house. What do I do? What's LQA? What is this all about? And you guys are one of the first search engines that came up. So when I clicked on you guys, I was like, oh, a YouTube video. And then you came up and it was like, I saw your energy. I was like, this is a Korean pit bull. I love this guy. First of all, his haircut is amazing. I love him. We got the same do. This is going to be my guy. So I watched about 10 videos of you.
Yeah, when I first saw you too, I was like, I like that guy.
That's my guy. I don't know what it is. I think it's the ball
That's
thing.
my guy.
I should have been his agent. I should have been the agent.
Yeah. So I literally, when I talked to you and then we got the first meeting, so I'm telling my whole family's with us because it's Christmas time, right? So my whole family's with us. Son-in-law, daughters, everybody. We're coming like, y'all going to meet the Korean pit bull. Oh my God, watch this. And we're there, right? We pull up and it's some long-haired, beautiful, coiffed James. And I'm like, who are you? He's like, I'm James. I'm your realtor. I'm like, no, you're not. Inside I'm saying this, right? I thought it was you. I'm like, oh man, I didn't get that guy. So I was a little down a little bit, but then I met James and he's amazing.
But at the end we met.
Yeah.
And James is actually a very good agent too, right?
He's amazing.
He
we were in
really
his
is.
office signing the contract and you walked by and I go, there's that guy. That's my guy. James goes, you want to meet him? I'm like, yeah. And that's when I came out and met you.
Yeah, because I walked in and then we meet eye contact.
I know, right? Yeah. I know you from somewhere. We're here.
So the very first thing to do, watch our videos.
Watch your videos. They're amazing. It took you from, I like it when you go inside and you kind of give your own expression. You would tell what you like, what you don't like. Your energy was high. I'm not a low energy person. I watched some other videos from other people that were very low energy, welcome to the green wall and here it has a yard. And that wasn't for me. So when you went out, you actually had some contests on there that I liked. That was pretty cool. That showed people living in the homes that were like me, that were showing the things you can do in Korea and can't do and about the homes. So that was awesome. That's really sold me, you and your energy.
I think definitely it's just about understanding understanding that wherever you're going to live, there's definitely going to be pros and cons, right? And I think it's just really a matter of trying to prioritize what are the important things, especially when you're coming out with the family too, right?
Oh, for sure. That's 100%.
Yeah, when you come out with the family, like the first place that needs to be like sanctuary is the house.
Oh, definitely 100. If your house is not right, you can't get along with
your life is not.
It makes living in Korea not as fun as it could be.
House and then cars, probably.
Man, I'm a car guy. I'm a huge car guy. So when we were in Seoul, stopped by the Lamborghini place. I have a Porsche, so my Porsche's place is connected to the Ferrari place. I'm like, whoa, this country's for me. I love it. And plus
What's
it's
really
24/7.
crazy about Korea, especially Seoul, is that you get all these crazy cars. Let's say that you have those cars, right?
Yeah.
But then you can't be driving around because Seoul, there's so much traffic.
That's the crazy thing. And you know what? This is the nuts thing that I love about car people. I'm going to pick up my daughter. She came from Seoul and took a train, and I was going to go to Pyeongtaek-si, right? But we couldn't find each other. It's midnight, right? It's dark. It's in the kind of like an entertainment district. It's, like Manhattan, lights everywhere. I'm waiting at a Burger King. She's like, Dad, I'm coming. I don't see her, right? I see I'm at the Burger King. There's a parking, like a garage with just a faint of little lights. And I'm like, I don't know, but I think I know. 3 guys come walking out, kind of stumbling a little bit, right? Younger kids, probably 25. He hits the remote. You know the engine when you know it, right? Yeah. I'm like, I know that engine. He gets in, he pulls out in a Lamborghini Urus, all gold. Like the middle of the night. Like, when does that happen? Never.
In Korea.
In Korea, that's right. I was like, yeah. I was just like, I'm the type of person. I was like, I love your car. And he's probably like, who is this guy, with a tattoo on, like in the middle of the night? This crazy American. But I was like, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, but during the day, you can't really driving that around.
Especially in this area too, around the Humphreys, right? It's that the roads are so like bumpy and stuff.
Yeah, I have a rental car now, so I am not as diligent with the rental car going over the speed bumps.
You don't have to.
I know, so I'm like, we got to watch this one, because when I have my own car, I'm going about 10 miles an hour.
That's another thing that people kind of worry about when they first come to Korea, because driving rules and laws kind of different here, and we have so many cameras too. And but we do take care of your tickets. Don't worry about it.
Hey, but at least you don't get pulled over. It's because of the cameras that you don't get pulled over.
Yeah, and people say that driving here in Korea is kind of crazy, but if you are stationed at Kim Humphreys area, no need to worry about it, because there isn't a lot of traffic down here, and driving is super easy.
Well, let's ask the foreigner.
For me, my experience is amazing, because here's the only reason, because I come from Germany. So I come from the Autobahn, where it's 200 miles an hour, and we started learning, like we went to Germany, obviously we started to get, so we were 200 miles an hour, people just, everywhere you go, the minimum speed is 130. That's minimum, 130 kilometers an hour, right? So I come here, and it's 50. Like, I'm like, I could walk faster than my Nikes, I'm like, do we get up to speed? I think I went on some highway called 1, and I was at like 100. And that was, so here, driving is so easy. You're just like, it's like a Sunday afternoon drive.
Yeah,
that's kilometers, not miles, though.
I know, right?
Yeah, kilometers,
yeah. But coming from the Autobahn, I mean, you don't have a chance to brake or something, because people are just rolling.
You seen any car accidents there?
In the Autobahn?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Autobahn itself, it's really like not a very, like here your roads are really nice. It seems like your highway roads are really nice. But over there's breakdowns on the right-hand side. They're always repairing the Autobahn because it's always jacked up. But here, like your highways are really nice.
For the most part, you get potholes.
Every once in a while, yeah.
And then when the weather's really bad, you can't really see the lines.
Oh, man. But the speed amazes me, because, going down the highway, if you're learning how to drive and you're just doing 60, pretty easy.
I think also rules too. Here, I think it's just more about common sense driving opposed to like following the rules. I mean, you do have to follow the rules, but then there's some rules that you can kind of just end them, right?
The blinking reds have got me. I'm like, that guy just went through the blinking red. What happened? We don't, we stop at red lights. That's just built in. And the only other thing is, the one crazy thing that I would recommend all Americans do not open your doors quickly. Watch out for the mopeds.
That's
we call
true.
them mopeds. I don't know what you call them here.
Just mopeds fine.
Mopeds, they're like motorcycles everywhere. And if you're taking a right, you got to watch out. Be very cautious of those, because I've almost opened my door, and they said it's your fault if you open your door real quick and you're not. So I have to really make a conscious effort to watch out for those guys, because they really go everywhere.
I think another thing that you have to get adjusted to here is just the reverse parking into parking space.
If you can parallel park here, you're amazing.
Because whenever I see a car parked forward, it's like,
that's American. Yeah. That's true. That's
made in
100%.
America. Like
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's Kevin.
Yeah.
That's Kevin.
In terms of I guess you moved into a house, right?
Yeah,
because
we
there's
did.
houses, apartments, villas, right?
Yep. We saw all. James showed us everything, because I'm a vampire, so I'm midnight to 7. I want New York City life. I want all the lights and stuff. So he showed us some apartments, which were beautiful. My wife, on the other hand, was like, I'm more of like a home setting. I want the big home, the yard. So we ended up on a home, which is very beautiful. But either way you go, there's some beautiful apartments apartments here. You know, when I went to La Peak 16, I was talking to you about, was amazing. I saw some other apartments down in Pyeongtaek that were amazing. The homes here are beautiful. I loved everything that you guys showed us.
Even the apartments, it's like very up on technology compared to like America, right?
That is the amazing part, because I come from Germany again for the past 2 years. So it's Game of Thrones. You know, it's 1800s. You know, everything's dark. Don't think about internet and scanning the code and going and doing a kiosk. Heck to the no, there's none of that, right? So I tell you, it's so Game of Thrones here. When I came here, you know, in December, we'd go to a restaurant, there'd be nobody in there. And I'd be like, you know, tell my daughters, where have you taken me? She'd be like, watch this, Dad. Kiosk, boom, boom. A robot came with our stuff. I'm like, oh my God, no, this is my jam. When the robot took my stuff, I'm like, this is my jam. I love Korea.
They don't have that in the States?
No, we don't have a robot taking your food. I was in the Outback and the robot came and brought me my food. Steak, shrimp, lobster to the robot. I'm like, I love this place, man.
You know, you got to push the buttons and let it go.
Let it go. See, I'm an IT guy, so I love all that stuff, man. I'm like, yes.
Take the food. It's like, what are you still doing here?
And he's just smiling at you, right?
You got to push the button.
Right here.
Give me a Coke.
Yes, I love that. So I love that. His technology here is amazing. Everything is so easy. Like coming from Germany, everything was the opposite. It's so hard. It's, you know, you have to like pound the door. You got to call somebody. Here, it's like click it, call it, put a button, FaceTime, thumbprint. It's so beautiful. I'm a technology guy, so I love all that.
Yeah, one cool thing about Korean apartments, you can call the elevator from your apartment.
I love that.
It'll let you know when the elevator is here.
That is amazing. When you showed me the apartments, the technology in the apartments, going there with the face recognition, the parking, then you had the different levels and gym and pool. Man, I love it. I was just like, you know, my daughter's like, you got to stop smiling, Dad. Like, you know, you're smiling too much. I'm like, I love this thing. Coming from Germany, I was always unhappy. I'm like, yeah, okay, because it's kind of the weather and everything, and it's Game of Thrones and 1800s, and here it's just, I love everything about it. I don't think I could say a bad word about Korea.
Yeah, weather here is kind of crazy too. I'm not a huge fan of Korean weather, especially summer, right? It's the humidity.
That's what they said. Yeah,
it gets really humid here.
Yeah. But see, I'm from Texas, so Texas is the same way. The humidity is 1,000%.
Yeah.
When you walk out in the summertime for Texas, it feels like you just took a shower. You're just like.
It doesn't snow there though, right?
It does snow. That's the crazy part. It does. It does snow.
Texas?
Yeah, it does snow. Probably about 5 years ago. We were
5 years ago?
Well, no, 5 years ago we got the worst storm in San Antonio. We got actually stuck. It was 10 days of blizzard and snow, and it shut down the whole city of San Antonio.
Do you guys have to like put chains on your tires?
We don't get that bad. You do in some places if they want to do stuff, but no, most time, nah. It'll snow. It doesn't stick for very long.
I grew up in California, so whenever we went to go see snow, it's up in the mountains, so we had to put chains on the tires.
And stuff. Colorado and stuff does that.
And then I moved to Pennsylvania, and then it started snowing, and it's like, I can't believe it. No one's driving with chains on their tires. It's so dangerous.
And winter tires a must here.
Winter tires, yeah.
Especially in the Humphrey areas too, because like some areas that you live in, it's kind of country, right?
Oh, is it? Do you guys, like in Germany, we're mandated. Like you get a ticket and your car will get fined if you have to do 6 months of winter tires, and then when the summer times, you change them over to summer tires.
Really?
It's not so much, because I think even for the most part, it gets treated.
Oh, okay.
So they
do the
apply
salt and everything
the salt
around
on the
there?
roads.
Oh, okay.
So it gets cleared up pretty well. It's just when it constantly snows, then you have to be a little careful. But nothing where you need chains.
But Christmas, we were in Seoul for Christmas, the December, January, and it was snowing and ice and everything, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but if you live in the city, it's okay.
It's good, yeah.
So living in city, living
in the country area,
yeah.
I guess when you're first looking for a place, what were like the top things that were important in the house that you were going to select?
Probably for my wife and I, the top thing was, like I told you, we're city people. So we came from the country. Germany was kind of country. So we told James, we don't want any country stuff. And James showed us 25 country homes. Every time we go see a country home, I'm like, James, I just told you I don't want country. He goes, you're living in Pyeongtaek, man. It's got to be kind of country. So he would show us like his version of city for us. It would have a CU or a 7-Eleven. That would be like, this is city. I'm like, James, what are you doing, man?
That is city in Paengseong-eup.
I'm like, you're killing me inside, man. I love the house, but like, it's nothing but fields and everything. So,
but the areas that you saw apartment at, that's considered
amazing.
City, right?
That was amazing. Yeah. So the first thing for us was size. We wanted we have my daughters and their families. So we're empty nesters. It's just me and my wife. We have 2 small dogs. But we wanted, like, on the weekends they come up and we have big family homes. So we wanted a big home. That's what we wanted. That was the main important thing. Big home. And we wanted a big thing here here, it seems that James was always cognizant of the drive. And Americans really aren't. Like, I'm not, coming from Germany, I drove 30 minutes every day to go to work. So a 30-minute drive was easy. I turned on my music. But every time I told him Osan, he would go, man, you got to drive 20 minutes to the base. And I go, James, it's okay. But he would say, are you sure it's okay? And I'm like, James, it's okay. So he thought that, like, I guess here it is a thing for driving. Like, 20 minutes is too much.
That's how agents would think.
Yeah.
When I first started this job, you know, I would think like, oh, because Americans are kind of used to driving, you know, 20, 30 minutes, even 40 minutes to go to work and stuff. So I was like preparing for my client, and I got like 3 to 4 houses, and then they're all like, you know, 20 minutes out. And then I was like, oh, this is kind of close. And then what they told me was like, oh, Andrew, this is kind of too far from the base. I'm like, you are from the States and you should be kind of, but then I think what people think here is kind of different. As they get here, they expect different things. Being able to, you know, kind of commute within like 10 to 15 minutes. If it is going over 20, 25 minutes, then it's considered a bit far.
That's true. I think that's the general consensus around Americans as well. Because when I actually got onto my office and stuff, and I told them like, oh, I'm living in Osan. They're like, what? You living in Osan? But for me, I like to live where I like to live, and the drive wasn't really a bad
But then also in your case, you didn't really have kids that you had to think about.
That's right. That was a good thing for me.
So people that are coming out with a family, different priorities of things that they have
sure.
to kind of keep in mind. Were there any like surprises to Korean housing? Because it's different, right? Like the floor heating was something that it took a while for me to get used to. When I first came out here, I was like, man, why are they heating the floors? My foot is hot, my head is cold. You know, my head is cold.
That is true. The floor heat. The one thing we in Germany is big is floor heating. What we don't have in Germany, we don't have ACs, and we only have floor heating. So when I came here and I saw ACs in every room, I was like, no ACs in any homes. Unless like it's a brand new home they just built. Of course, they're going to modernize it and put ACs. But the majority, 90%, no ACs. Like you go buy them and then you put these floor ACs that have the hose that go out your window. But the electricity, like I ran one, I broke down and just bought one. I ran it for 3 months. It was $2,000 in electricity bill for that. It's because the electricity is so much.
That's crazy.
When I came here and the first thing when I walked in the door, I saw these in every room, everywhere. Thank you. Thank you. It's amazing. And the only other thing I saw was sitting on a heated toilet seat. I was like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I knew it because I spent 6 years in Japan back in the 90s, but they didn't have them. But that's a life changer. I mean, that's a life changer right there.
That's the best feeling.
That's the best thing I've ever seen.
I bet you can't sit on a cold toilet.
Never. You know what? Hey, our house, guess what our house has? The 3 bedrooms upstairs have one, right? So I was going to use the bottom one for my office. It didn't have one. James, I need a toilet. So I bought, he goes, well, it's going to cost you 300,000 won. But I'm going to bring it to you right now. So I had one installed. Because, dude, it's a life changer. It's amazing. Just those little things.
They should sell that in the States.
You know they do, but they're more expensive in the States, and it's kind of uncommon. I think here it's more common because I was talking to my daughters. I'm like, you won't believe it. Oh my God, it's got heated seats. They're like, Dad, that's normal.
And it shoots water.
Yeah, I know. It shoots water. And the air dryer. You push the air dryer. So I love that part. That was awesome.
I guess what would be like the best thing about your house that you like the most?
The best thing about my house probably is it's very spacious. Like it's wide open. We got a wide open floor plan. So it's really spacious. We came and my daughters have come, lots of space. I'm a big TV guy. So we have I'm a big movie room guy. So we're going to build a movie room and stuff. So I love the space about it. And I just love, it's quality build. You know, when you go here and you see some houses, a couple of the houses weren't quality, but the majority, 95% of the houses, really quality construction. You don't really know. But man, you look around, man, ACs are beautiful. The construction is amazing. I didn't like the house at first. My wife loved it. I didn't love it. But it's one of those things, once I got into it, I'm like, I really love this house.
That's because your wife loved it.
It is. I think I was butting against her, like, we're going to get the apartment. I was like, right? So happy wife, happy life. But I love it now. Now I'm in it, and I've had my daughters over, and I love it, man. It's an amazing house.
Yeah, space is definitely a thing. If you compare your master bedroom to, you know, like the apartments that you've seen, your master bedroom is huge. Yeah, it comes with
walk-in closet. And then the walk-in. I love the walk-in closet because it has a door, right? Usually a master bedroom in the in American style you see your walk-in closet, but you also see the bathroom, right? You also see your nice shower. Ours is you walk in, it's a walk-in closet. You're like, wow, there's no bathroom to this master bedroom. There's a door, you open it, and it's got another beautiful bathroom. So that's amazing. I like that. It's almost like a secret room you can go into.
Did all your bathrooms have a shower?
Love it, man. Love it. You know, we don't have that box thing. I was asking James, like, James, I really don't like the box thing. Can we get the American shower? So they're all American showers with the stuff, so it looks nice.
Yeah, me personally too, after working in this field, before I started working here, I was just one of those, Korean people who love apartments.
Yeah.
I hate apartments now. I
What,
hate
because
apartments.
of the space?
Because the space, I don't want to deal with the neighbors and all
Yeah.
that. And I've never seen single houses like this before. And I didn't know what it's like to live in single house. And then now I know all the space and privacy,
Yes.
especially walk-in closet and a huge master bedroom.
Yeah.
And I have my own parking spot. That's a plus.
That's a plus.
I've dealt with, parking issues my whole life here in Korea, living in apartments. I'm sure, well, mostly that's because it's so, down in Pyeongtaek it's slightly better, but then that's something that you don't want to deal with after,
I know.
after work.
That's a big thing. Like you
So,
said, the sound.
Yeah, and I will not live in an apartment. I will live in a single house.
Well, coming from someone that's single and lives by himself, actually, I really like apartments. It's
Yeah.
convenient. I have the gym on the first floor. I have underground parking. I can go jogging around the neighborhood.
Even if I was single, right now I wouldn't live in an apartment.
See, I'm with Kevin though. I got to go with Kevin on this one. I have a big, huge house. I love it. I do love it. It's nice. But I am an apartment guy. I'm such an apartment. The only thing that stops me from being an apartment guy is I watch music videos and stuff at night and I have Bon Jovi on and it's loud and stuff. So that's the only thing. In my villa, in the house, nobody can hear, right? So
Yeah.
it's just me. I can have it at 100. But in the apartment, I have to have it at 10, at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can't be crazy. But I love the amenities in an apartment are amazing.
That's
I
true.
love that part. Yeah.
You have everything in the apartment
in the
complex.
apartment.
It's very convenient.
Yeah, I love that.
And
Yeah,
then
you just go to the
walk down
convenience store
Yeah.
on the first floor.
Boom.
Yeah.
I know, right there, right? I love
and then
that.
if you want to, hang out with your friends, you can just walk there.
Right there, it's beautiful.
You don't need to take a cab
Yeah.
or whatnot. Yeah,
Love that part.
It's still single house.
What about like adjusting to Korea? I guess have you had a chance to adjust to the culture here? Because there's a lot of things that are different, I guess, right?
There is. I mean, I spent 6 years in Tokyo, so from 1996. And
6 years?
6 years in Tokyo, yeah. And that's where I met my wife. She's Colombian, right? So I met her there. So we love the Asian culture, have always loved. We got stationed in Qatar for almost 20 years, right? 18 years. And we would take trips to Tokyo just for our vacations because we love the family. I love the eating style. I love buka. I call it like you put everything in and you get something different. I get something and we all taste each other and we're all in. I love that. That's just my favorite. But the culture, the Asian culture, I love it. My wife loves it. So coming here to Korea has been very easy. We go out in town and I just love everything about it.
Did your kids have a chance to like make Korean friends?
Oh yeah, tons. We were in Qatar. They went to an international school, so there were Koreans there and stuff, and that's where they got into K-pop.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's where they got into K-pop and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've known Koreans all our lives. And the crazy thing, back in like 2010, Qatar brought all the, what is it called, the hibachi, where you cook your bulgogi and stuff, where you go to the restaurant and you have the little
barbecue.
grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That went crazy in Qatar. So we would go have bulgogi all the time. Like it was just packed. Whoever was the businessman brought that over, and it went crazy. And that
Man,
to
who
this
would
day,
have thought?
yeah,
Who
it
would
was
have thought
nuts.
King barbecue would blow in
It
the
was-
Middle East?
Yeah,
Well, I
they
mean,
love that.
you can't go wrong with cooked meat.
That's it.
True.
It's just
People were
marinated.
Like, people
Yeah.
are like, this is Korean barbecue? Oh my God.
Yeah, but the concept of Korean barbecue is just something that Westerners would never would think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially at a restaurant.
For us as Texans, it's a small barbecue because, we barbecue all the time. We're you go to the barbecue, it's kind of like that, but it's kind of like a calm down
Yeah, it's
way to
different.
do
Like
that.
American style barbecue is something that you do in your backyard.
Yeah, in your backyard, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not with
At a dinner table with a whole bunch of guests and stuff, yeah.
people sit down and
Yeah.
cook meats like different cuts
I
and
know.
eat it right there.
I love that though.
They have Korean food in or restaurants in Texas, right?
Oh, they do. Yeah, it's huge. We would travel from Qatar and go, and even in San Antonio, we'd go to the Korean barbecue place. They're huge in San Antonio. We'd be in Vegas. We'd go to Vegas. Vegas has one of the biggest Korean barbecue places, like an all you can eat. I mean, it's huge in the States.
Did you get a chance to like try something new?
My favorite food? I'll tell you my favorite food. My daughter goes, I'm going to take you to some place where in the middle, there's cheese. On the outside, there's chicken.
Okay.
It's called dekalbi. I'm like, get out of here. We went to this restaurant. There was these big old plates. In the middle was mozzarella cheese and then spicy chicken. Man, I love that. I was
You
like,
gotta get the chicken and then you gotta
yes.
like, get the chopstick and like
Man,
the cheese.
that was amazing.
gotta
I love
dip it in,
that.
yeah.
I'm like, this is my favorite. So every time they're like, Dad, you want to go to dekalbi? I'm like, yes, of course, let's go.
Did you eat the Pokumbap at the end?
What is
With
the
the
Pokumbap?
rice? The fried rice at the end?
Oh, that's the stuff that you off the end of the yes.
Yeah.
No, see, I don't like that. My wife likes that.
Oh, really?
Because in Colombian culture, they had that same thing at the end, and she loved that part.
It wasn't spicy though?
I had the spicy one. I like the spicy.
Oh, you can
Oh,
get
you do?
spicy.
I like the spicy one. Yeah, my favorite is the spicy one. Not too spicy because I have a soup that they gave me that was a level 5 or 7 or something like the spicy soup.
Yeah, I can't eat that either.
I had one taste. My lips almost flew off my face. It was so hot. I'm not that kind of
That
spicy.
level's not made for men.
That's not.
It's not. Females are the ones that
My
like.
daughters are like this. Like, Dad, what are you doing? It's not spicy at all. Like, that's crazy.
I can't even do that level.
I can do
always my
it, but I'm gonna regret right the next day. I'll tell you that.
I can do like level 3. That's it.
Yeah, I'm like a 2.5. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good there.
Yeah.
Have you had it? Well, the food delivery here is fast, but it's not, you don't really have the full access to Korea living in Humphreys. Meaning
Not-
that the conveniences of like public transportation, delivery service, right? Infrastructure of the roads is a little bit less here.
A little bit, but I lived in Seoul for that month, and I tell you, okay, cacao tea is a must. If you're a foreigner coming here, get cacao tea because it's amazing. You hit a taxi, it'll be at your feet in 2 minutes. I've never ever had a failure. 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. Hit cacao tea, boom, it's right at your feet. Love it. Being the food stuff, you know, like I'm a vampire. So 2 in the morning, I'd be like, boom, boom. With there's one app, I forgot what it was. Coupon Eats. They would be at the door. There's everything. Another thing, if you're an American and you're a shopper like I am, Coupon. I call it Coupon G, but it's called Coupon, right? That is my app. I buy everything. And I don't have an ARC card. When you first get here, you can't shop unless you have one.
Right.
It'll be here the 23rd. So I send everything to my daughter and then she has it to my address. But she wakes up in the morning with like 7 coupons. Like, Dad, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm shopping. So Coupon, that's my number one recommendation.
Yeah, they just leave it
It's better than Amazon. Better than Amazon. And I'm an
leave it at
Amazon
the door,
freak. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. Leave it right there at the door. It's amazing.
Yeah, but make sure to check on that rocket items.
Oh, is that the one that the little thing that says it comes like faster? Yeah.
So rocket items, you order something before midnight, you get it the next day.
That's awesome.
Well, here it might take like an extra day.
But as long as it's rocket item,
Right
you
there.
still get it the
Yeah.
next day.
That's awesome.
Here,
I love it. I'm an Amazon fan because I have Amazon everything. But man, Coupon is amazing. I love it.
They even have like automated stores here. Did you get a chance to like check out the automated stores?
The automated stores, like, what do you mean?
They're like, oh, it's just a store that's not manned.
unmanned.
Oh, I did.
Unmanned.
No, I did. Where my oldest daughter we were staying.
Hey, that's something that you could never imagine in the States.
I thought we were stealing stuff, right? So CU was closed. We were like, he went to the bathroom or something because that's 24-hour stores. So there was another one over here. She goes, let's go over here. So we went over there. We were putting stuff in. I felt like I was robbing the place. Looking around. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, where's the person? She goes, no, there's cameras everywhere. You pay, and if you take it, they'll bust you. That's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
In America, it won't even last 10 minutes.
It would be, there was no way. That's why I was telling her there's no way this could ever happen in America.
Even like
No.
the regular convenience stores like GS25 and CUs, and they will store like their products outside the store.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Put the trays and stuff
Yeah.
outside.
Like
Never in
water
America.
stocked, and
Yeah.
they got like their snacks all stocked outside, like right outside of the store,
Yep.
and it's still there.
That's the feeling here, like the feeling of security, the feeling of like kind of everybody taking care of each other, not doing doing the right thing at all times. I love that feeling here. You walk
Yeah.
around and like you said, there's products everywhere. You're like,
Yeah,
if
I
you drop your wallet, somebody picks it up, hands it to you. It's just
if
a
you
really
go to
nice
cafe,
feeling.
the way to hold the seat is to have your cell phone or your bag
Yes.
on your chair or on the table, and then go somewhere or go order coffee, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then our thought process is like, this is not mine. Why would I take it? But then in the States, if it is there, you take it.
That's
Well, that's not everybody.
yeah.
But that's
more
gonna
than
happen
likely.
in the
Yeah,
States.
more than likely. Because
Yeah.
we were at a coffee shop and my daughters, I was the last one to leave the table, right? And they had left all their stuff, so I started picking up. They're like, Dad, what are you doing? I'm like, we can't leave our stuff here. They're like, we're in Korea, Dad.
Yeah.
That's how it's done. I'm like, man, that's
imagine
amazing.
you do that in the States, people
No.
will blame you.
Yeah.
Why did you do
Yeah.
that? Why did you
You'd
leave?
have no wallet, no phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why did you leave something and go somewhere?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I think that's one thing that people will really appreciate that they don't really take into factor, right?
You
It's
love
just
that.
that peace of mind that you don't have to always like have,
Yeah.
look behind your back.
It is. It almost takes that like we're in Germany or States or San Antonio, you're always like looking around like you don't know.
In Germany too?
Right.
Germany has a little bit of that feeling. You feel a little bit less. Like I don't want to say anything bad about Germany because it's an amazing country, but you have a little bit of that. Just a little bit of, you look around and stuff like that, different places you go in here. But when you come here, man, you really have that feeling of security and safety. You don't have that looking over your shoulder all the time.
Yeah.
You can leave your wallet or your phone on the table, go get some coffee, and it's going to come back. It's really nice. And plus, walking around, people are different here. You could talk to them. They're very nice. They're very like, it's a sweet culture, man. You just walk around and people are just so nice. There's kids going across, in Seoul, 7 to 8 year old kids going across the, crosswalk in Seoul.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, this is amazing. That just never can happen.
At like 10 p.m.
At 10 p.m., yeah.
Yeah.
In San Antonio, that could never happen. I'm from Texas. It just never happened. So it's a very sweet culture. The people here are so nice.
Sad thing is they're all coming from private institute studying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a lot more comfortable to be like a kid in the States than it is in Korea.
My daughter said that, she teaches this 5, 6, 7-year-olds, and they're like 8 in the morning to like 5 at night. It's so crazy. I'm like, but they're 6. They're like, no, they're doing their stuff, and then they go home and do more.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But it's not really all that productive either at the end of the day.
Really?
I'm not trying to, there's a lot of flaws.
It's the parents' FOMO because everybody else is doing. They start at like 4 years old, 5 years old, and your kids are 7 years old not doing anything. Then parents are kind of panicking.
Ah, okay.
So that's the culture, I guess.
Plus, it's a very small country, so everything's like very competitive. There's only like certain places that you can live to actually become successful.
Oh, really?
To like people's mindsets.
Yeah.
You gotta be taller, right?
See, that's what happens when you live in an apartment.
How
So if you live in a single house,
to this?
if you live in an apartment, your neighbors are there's too many neighbors.
Yeah.
But if you live in a single house, you don't need to compare yourself to anybody.
Even when you live in an apartment, I haven't seen my neighbor yet. I've been living there for 2 years. I don't even know what my neighbor looks like.
What they do. They send their kids to private institutes. But if you live in a single house, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, you're by yourself.
I guess the single house wins. What about like traveling? Have you had a chance to like visit different parts?
Travel, did a little Seoul, Gangnam. We went to some place that's probably 2 hours from here by the sea.
Dangjin?
That's it. Yeah, went there.
Yeah.
Had a great time there. I can't wait to see Jeju.
Yeah.
They said that's like Hawaii. I can't wait to go.
I got good recommendations for you in Jeju.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really want to go there and just do some travel. I think traveling here, for me, it's easy because I hit the bullet train, went to Sasu Station. That's 25 minutes on the bullet train. So I love your train systems here. Is amazing. So I think travel here is very easy.
You should go check out Busan, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely want to. We have some offices in different areas, so we're going to be doing like Daegu and Busan and stuff like that. So
Daejeon is not bad either because Daejeon's like maybe an hour and a half away. It's a big city. Yeah.
What are you going to do in Daejeon? Daejeon, there's really nothing to do.
But y'all have coffee shops. That's what I love about you. In Germany, you have no coffee shops. Like it's literally
coming up.
I love coffee shops. I'm a coffee shop guy.
But when you asked me if there's anything to do in Daejeon, I came up blank. There is. Actually, scratch that.
Hey, but if you ever go down to Busan, do let me know. I'm from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
So I'm gonna send you some recommendations. I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
But even Pyeongtaek, if you go to like the Kolduk area, it's a city area too.
We went to some place called we trying to find Home CC, right? We ended up in Cheongga, maybe like 20 minutes or 30 minutes away, and it opened up to a big, huge city. Man, we were like, whoa! And then somebody told us to go to Suwon, which is another big city that's 30 minutes from here. Man, that's great.
You should go to the Suwon Hwasong, the fortress.
Oh, really?
It's like a little hike. Yeah, it's like a hiking trail, and then you can kind of see like Korean culture.
Something like that'd be awesome.
Bunch of like cafes and restaurants.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's like a good half day.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, now that I live in Pyeongtaek-City for more than 3 years now, and I didn't know public transportation is this good. We have a subway station, we have regular train, we have bullet train and everything. So if you need to go down to Busan area or even go up to Seoul, it's very convenient.
So convenient.
Yeah, take the SRT train. It takes about 25 minutes to Gangnam area. And from there, you have all the subway lines and transfer from there. It's very convenient.
So good. We hit Gigi. We hit Pyeongtaek-Gigi, the SRT right there.
Yeah.
And it was 28 minutes right to Suso station.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
And previously we had taken the subway. It took us like 2.5 hours, 2 hours to get here. We didn't even know about the bullet train. They're like, look at the bullet train. And the bullet train, I'm like, okay, bullet train, 300 miles an hour. It's going to be $50 ticket, $100 ticket. It was $7. They're like, it's going to be, my daughter's like, Dad, it's so expensive. I'm like, how much is it? 10,000, won. I'm like, hold on, 10,000 won. That's $7.
Yeah. Should told her to get the first class.
$1.50 more, right?
Then it's like $10.
That's great, man. It's amazing. Yeah. That's the thing here. The dollar to won is you go out. We took my whole family out. It was like $50 for all this food and everything. We're coming from the euro. You take the same family out as $200.
Oh man.
Just have to make sure that you have to pre-book it though, because things get kind of booked.
Get pretty crowded. Yeah.
Especially like in holiday season.
Oh yeah. In December and Christmas, we ran into that a couple times.
Well, the holiday season I mean is the Korean Lunar New Year's.
Oh yeah, is that the
Thanksgiving?
Okay, my daughter's telling me like, Dad, it's gonna be crazy on those.
You don't want to be driving, but the best place to be during that time is in Seoul because everyone's out.
Oh really? Out there? Oh, okay. So it just empties out.
It's just everything's closed though. That's the pro and con, right? Well, I guess thank you very much much, Chad, for it's been a great time, great conversation.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
I guess if you could just give like one tip for people that are coming out here, I guess what would it be?
For me, it would be have an open mind. Don't come. Sometimes we come as Americans, we want everything to be like America. Just have an open mind, try everything, and you're gonna love the Korean people because they are amazing. So safety is great here, transportation's great here. I'm trying to think of what else. Just have fun and talk to people. Don't be scared to talk to Koreans, right? Even if they don't speak Korean and you say one word, they open up and they're so generous to you. They're so loving to you. So I know 2 words. I know 감사합니다 and 안녕하세요. And if I say either one of those words, all of a sudden they might not speak English and I don't speak Korean, but we're vibing, right? And we're getting stuff and doing things. So just be like very friendly because they're very friendly and you're gonna love Korea. I love it. I'm staying here for the rest of my life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Had a great time. Thanks for having me. Thank you. Thank you,
sir.
Thank you so much.
Hope you enjoyed today's program, and we'll be back more content. And please make sure to subscribe and like.
Yes, let's go.